You know, Bill, let me ask you. There's a cover article coming out on you tomorrow in Businessweek magazine, and it basically looks at the behind-the-scenes drama, if you would, of what was going on with you and Mohamed El-Erian prior to his departure. There was a lot of media frenzy in the days following that, as soon as the news was announced that he was leaving, and there was talk of all kinds of drama. Do you think the media got that right? I mean, how would you characterize how you were treated by the media at that time?
Well, let me give you my take. You know, and I think this whole past 2 months has been sort of silly, really. You know, breaking news, Gross gets mad once in a while. You know, not quite Rob Ford, Lindsay Lohan, or Chris Christie types of headlines. You know, the critical link, I think, in terms of what you talked about and what the article talks about was, did Mohamed leave because Gross gets mad sometimes? And, you know, the answer is no. But it would have been helpful from my standpoint and from the company standpoint for Mohamed to have spoken up and to have cleared the air and supported the company he so proudly helped build these past 6 months. And, you know, he hasn't spoken up, and that's a mystery to us, and quite frankly an extreme disappointment. But we move on. We've got a new structure, a new deputy CIO structure that we think does even better than what we had in the past.
Any sense of why he didn't speak up? I mean, does this get at maybe some of the issues that you guys were dealing with internally?
Well, no, I don't think so, and it's a mystery to us. He simply said that he wasn't the man to take the company forward, and he constantly repeated that without explaining it. You know, he didn't really say that, you know, he didn't have the qualifications. Obviously, he did. He didn't really say that he had lost interest. Obviously, he's still interested in the markets. He simply said he wasn't the person, and that's a mystery. And the additional mystery, as I've mentioned, is the fact that, you know, he hasn't spoken up. You know, I would simply say, come on, Mohamed, you know, tell us why, because you know, the furor over the past 2 months in terms of the headlines really are quite exaggerated, and it's not indicative of what this company is, what this company was, and what this company will be in terms of our future structure.
You know, Bill, how has that made you feel? I mean, knowing that this is a guy that you worked alongside and really was a trusted partner, your co-CIO, the idea that he leaves and doesn't say anything?
Well, as I said, quite and extremely disappointed. I thought I knew him better. You know, basically, Pimco and the executive committee hired him twice. We hired him, you know, back in the late 1990s, and he was working with, you know, various markets. We hired him again to be the co-CIO and the co-CEO about 6 or 7 years ago, and we hired him, quite frankly, to be my successor. So, you know, does that make me mad? Yes, that makes me mad. Does that make me, you know, disillusioned? Not really, because, like I said, you know, we have a future that's now probably better than what we had in the past. We've got an investment committee that's stocked with, you know, market experts, whether it's equity, whether it's corporate bonds, whether it's diversified income. These are people with Morningstar Manager of the Year awards, and so this is a different type of company, you know, that is inclusive, that yes, hopefully Gross responds to in terms of allowing discussion and allowing, you know, even potential disagreement going forward, so that we can come up with our famous alpha generation for portfolios going forward.